everyone, this is Angie at Stampingwithamore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. So guess what? It is July, y'all. So guess what we're doing? We're doing some Christmas in July. I don't guarantee them being every week, but maybe. You know me, I love Christmas. I love creating the Christmas projects. Every year I kind of go a little bit crazy, but I know that y'all like them. So if you want to see them keep coming, give me a thumbs up and we will be doing them. So today is one, this can be used even for Hanukkah because it's got the silver and the blue. And I purposely use this sentiment, may your season sparkle, so that it can be used for either Christmas or Hanukkah. Last year I don't think I did one Hanukkah one, and so I'm sorry for those of you who were looking for one of those. Usually I do try to do one, but last year I just did not see anything that I could use for it. So this is the box that I'm sharing, and when I saw this sentiment I said this is the one I'm going to use. This bundle is the Snowflake Wishes. This is in our annual catalog. It is carried over from last year. It's one of my favorite because look at these dies. These are the snowflake dies. So there's so many snowflakes, it's called. So I already pulled out the little one that we're going to use for here, and I pulled out the frame that we're using on this part right here. And then of course you have all of these sentiments. A lot of them are for Christmas, but I thought this one would work for both. So it says Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas. And then it says thanks so much. That can also be used. Oh, and this one has a tiny little Happy Hanukkah right here, but it wouldn't fit real good in there. It'd be too little. But you can stamp it on the inside of the box or something. It'd be really cute. So this is the bundle I'm using. If you want to check it out, it is in our annual catalog. I'm also using basic white, and I'm using our Subtles 6x6 colored designer series paper. We have these in all our color families, so you can get them in the subtles, the regals, the neutrals, all of them. All right, so those are what I'm using. I am using, like I said, basic white, and then the Night of Navy is what I'm stamping this with, because I thought the Balmy Blue would be too light on here, but you can also emboss this in silver and that would be absolutely gorgeous. But I wanted to try to keep this a little bit shorter, so I did not emboss that. I'm also using our 20, 21, 23 in color gems for this, and then I may use these opals for this because I am running low on my other ones. These are the other ones right here. So they're the 21, 23 in colors, but I may use those. These match so good with this, so I might use it. Then I also noticed I used on the side here Pool Party with this, which I wanted to use the Balmy Blue, and I didn't notice it until after I went ahead and put it on. So we are going to do the Balmy Blue one, although you probably wouldn't even tell the difference unless you totally looked really close. And then on the sides I used the foil to just dress it up a little bit because I thought it was kind of fancy. All right, so this opens like this. You can put, like, I thought of those Little Debbie brownies or some of their cookies. You can also put candy in here, and it is 3 inches by 4 3/4 inches and 1 inch high. So that is the size of the box. So let's get started with it. We are going to go ahead and we are going to do our cut and emboss work first, which I don't normally do that, but we need to stamp the piece that we're going to use when we do the box. We'll cut all this out and then we'll go ahead and we will do our box measurements and then we'll be ready to go. All right, so I'm going to tell you our measurements first, because for this one I cut a piece out that is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I actually cut it not even 1/8 of an inch smaller because it fits on the top of the box really nice when I cut it a little tiny bit shorter. But if you want to later trim it, you can trim it after it's on the box. Either way, when you're putting this on, make sure this is straight, and the amount of cardstock that's showing on this side is even because you want this to be really even because this is your frame. So that's the size of that. This piece is for the box. It's 8 by 7 3/4. And then to mat these, you're going to need 7/8 by 4 1/2. And then I cut 2 pieces for the sides, which are 2 3/4 by 7/8. So these are for the sides that we're going to use. You can mat it all with the silver. You can mat it all with the designer series paper. You just make the choice. I really liked having both of them on there, so that's what we're doing. All right, let's go ahead and cut our 2 snowflakes here. And then we're going to do this one as well. Maybe we can do them together. I think so. So I am going to make sure we need to run this snowflake through twice. But I want to make sure that's straight, and it looks pretty straight there. And we're going to run this through. I'm going to run it back again because the detail in that frame is pretty detailed. And look at that, cut out really nicely. So that is our little frame. Isn't that pretty? The snowflakes. And then we did this one, and we will just remove this one out of here. You do have to poke these out, especially when they're the foil, because it has a lot of little pieces. And we'll grab that, and we'll do one more. And there you go. We got our 2 little snowflakes. Clear that off of here, and we are going to go ahead and do our box. So we're going to score it. And you have the 7 3/4 inch side. You are going to score it at 1/2, 1 1/2, 6 1/4, and 7 1/4. It's best you use the thick basic white if you have it. And then on the 8-inch side, it's going to be 1/2, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 7. And that is it. Now the reason I added this 1/2 inch is, you know, I love the flaps on the inside. So we are going to cut down these. I'm going to cut these off right here, these 4. And then we're going to cut this top one off here. I'm going to cut down here, and we're going to cut the top one off here. And I'm cutting in on here because these are going to fold inside our box. I'm going to do the other side the exact same way. Cut these off here. Save these pieces for like sentiments because there's plenty of room on these longer pieces. And then cut down these. And then you're going to cut off the tops, that little 1/2 inch piece. And I'm going to cut in on these. And I think I'm going to just cut in on this part here. Make it a little bit easier. All right. So this is our box. We're going to cut the top part too, our little 1/2 inch there. All right, let's go ahead and sharpen all these score marks and get it ready to go. I could see using this little frame for so much. You can even put a window in there if you want to put some pretty candies in there. It's really cute. This is the first time I've used it like this. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this together. First, we have to stamp though. We have to stamp this while it's flat. So I'm going to grab my Night of Navy. I'm going to grab my sentiment. And I am going to use my Stamparatus for this because it's easiest to line it up, and I want it inside that frame. So, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think last time I went ahead and put the frame on. Yes, let's put the frame on first, and then we'll use the Stamparatus to stamp inside that. It just will make it so much easier and more accurate. I don't want to mess up where I put my sentiment. So let's go ahead. Hopefully my glue is going to come out here. This is one thing that kind of bugs me about this glue, is that I hit the pin in and it's still even clogged up some. So let's see, there we go. But otherwise, I really, really like it. All right, I think we have enough there. I'm putting these two larger ones on the top. So let's line that up. And if you cut it just a tiny, tiny hair smaller like I mentioned, not even 1/8 of an inch, just a tiny bit, if it's absolutely perfect on here. All right, now we have that on there. We can line this up, and I'm going to line, this is how you use the Stamparatus. I'm going to put this on here first. You have to line it up on here, so I'm centering it right in the middle here. I'm going to turn it this way so that I can see that it's not crooked and it's straight and it's going in the right direction. And I'm trying to line that up. There we go. Press it down, and then you're going to pick this up with the Stamparatus. And now I am going to ink this, and if I was smart, I would have had my stamp pad here because it holds this up, but I'm going to just use my hand because it's just one stamp. And now we're going to stamp it. And I either use a cotton ball because it makes it slide over this easier, or I'll use a Swiffer, which I really like the Swiffer, but I didn't grab one. All right, so look at how perfect that fits inside. If you don't have the Stamparatus, you can definitely just eyeball it, but this makes it so much easier. All right, now we're ready to put it all together. I'm going to close up my ink here. I don't want it to dry out. And we are going to use Stampin' Seal Plus, so we're putting it on all of these 4 corners. Make sure you put enough on it, and then we're going to just line these up. Make sure you keep them nice and square because that's how your boxes stay really pretty. Line it right up to that edge. Just like that. And here we have our little flaps that go in, which I love that, and it holds your top lid up really nice. We're going to go ahead and mat this. I'm matting it before I'm going to actually punch a little half circle, so it helps us open this box. And I'm using the plaid this time. I just wanted to try something a little bit different. And we're doing these on the front and on the back. I do love working with this glue because it's so much easier and it doesn't get on your fingers. That's the only thing that bugs me, is that it will clog up. And it is the Barely Art glue that I'm talking about. And see, I have to unplug it a little bit here. It doesn't always do that to me, but oops, it looks like I cut this one a little bit too long. I'm going to just cut a little bit piece off here. I don't know if I cut them both wrong or if I just cut the one wrong. I'm going to measure that for you to make sure I told you right. I would do it more 2 5/8 because that fits perfectly, 2 5/8. So let me see, let me cut this one, make sure I got it. Let me do it on here. Yep, just cut a tiny bit off here. 2 5/8 works better than what I told you. I think I told you 2 1/2. I told you 2 3/4. 2 3/4 is a little bit too much. So instead of 7/8 and 2 3/4, it's 7/8 and 2 5/8. That works perfect. All right, so now I'm going to take my half-inch circle punch. We don't carry this anymore, but you can use 1-inch circle, whatever you like. I'm just using this smaller one and just cutting a half. And I like to do this because it makes this box so much easier to open, because you just grab there and it opens. All right, let's dress this little box up. So we're going to grab our little snowflakes, and we're going to put one on this side. I'm just going to use some wet glue. I'm going to put one on this side. And then I am going to use, this is our sheer ribbon, and it is Pool Party, but it does go nicely with this. You can't even tell the difference. So I'm just going to tie a little bow. It's such a pretty, pretty ribbon. I'm making it small. I love this ribbon. It's super pretty, really delicate, and it goes really nice with this box. All right, I am going to use a glue dot and our other snowflake, and I'm going to put that on the top with a glue dot. Right in the center there. And then I'm going to use another couple glue dots for the back of the ribbon, the bow. And we're going to put that one right there. And then we are going to add our little gems here. I'm going to use one here. And then just use one more at the bottom here. And one other thing I did, which you don't have to do this if you don't want, but I thought it kind of dressed up the snowflakes a little bit. And I used my Label Me Fancy and this tiny, tiny little dot here. I just punched a couple of those, 3 of them to be exact, and they're really tiny. So we're going to put them on the centers, and it just added a little bit of sparkle. I need my Take Your Pick tool, because you know. And we're going to just dot a little dot of glue on there, and on this one. And we're going to add these just to the centers there. All right, so there it is. It's all done. Isn't that cute? I think it turned out really cute. And I do love the Balmy Blue better with this one. You'll be able to see it when I put it together now. See the difference? So there you are. And I do like the plaid too as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the first Christmas in July project. It's really fun, and it'd be a really cute little gift box. You can even put a necklace in here or jewelry. All right, everyone, if you need any supplies, I have a new July hostess code. Isn't it crazy? It doesn't have a number in it, which usually they come with numbers in them. But anyway, I thought it was kind of a crazy one this month. But anyway, I hope you, and I did post the winner of June's hostess dollars, so you can check that out on my blog. Have a blessed one, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.